Hello students, as we are doing our next unit, that is chemical kinetics, and in the early video we understand the average rate of reaction and the instantaneous rate of reaction. So through these graph I explained you that what is the average rate of reaction, and average rate of reaction has the definite time interval or finite time intervals. Instead, the instantaneous rate of reaction has, suppose if someone asks us the rate of reaction at this point, okay, at this point, so this is between the T1 and T2, so it will be the instantaneous rate of reaction because it is asking randomly, right, from a fraction of time. So rate of reaction which is average have a definite time interval, while the instantaneous rate of reaction do not have the definite time interval. And we also understood why we put minus sign in front of the reactant concentration and why we do not put in front of the product concentration, okay, because ROR cannot be negative in any way, so to make it positive we put the minus sign. Okay, now we will do the next topic. So the topic is factor which influence rate of reaction. So what are the different factors which influence the rate of reaction? These are the first one, concentration of reactant. So how the concentration of the reactant just affect the rate of reaction. As the concentration increases, the formation of the product also increases, so rate of reaction also increases. Second, physical state of the reactant. So the reactant can be in the state of solid, liquid or gases. So in gaseous state it is quickly react in comparison to the liquid or solid. So gaseous reactant react quickly, so rate of reaction also increases. Temperature, with increase in temperature rate of reaction also increases as we are providing the energy to the reaction. Next, presence of catalyst. We know that catalyst enhance the rate of reaction and it do not go under any change. So catalyst used to increase or decrease the rate of reaction. Here we are our rate of reaction is affected by the catalyst, so it can increase the rate of reaction. Now nature of reactant. Nature of reactant means these are the example of two reactant. In first reaction, nitrogen monoxide is reacting with oxygen, and second, carbon monoxide is reacting with oxygen. So the conditions are same in both the reactions, but the first reaction is a fast chemical reaction and second one is a slow chemical reaction in which nitrogen dioxide and carbon dioxide are formed. So the rate of reaction also depends upon the nature of reactant. Surface area of reactant. Suppose if the reactant is in a big crystal form, or same reactant is in the powder form, so that powder form will dissolve more vigorously in comparison to that big crystals. So surface area also affect the rate of reaction. So we understand now how these factors affect the rate of reaction. Okay, now there is a next topic, that is dependence of rate on concentration. So how rate of reaction depends on the concentration. So first law to explain this is law of mass action, which is in short called LOMA. So according to this law, rate of chemical reaction is proportional to molar concentration of reactant and each raised to the power their given coefficient. So we will better understand is by the help of example. So the example is, suppose here is a reaction and BB, so they are forming the product. Okay, now as we, according to this law, rate of reaction directly proportional to the concentration of the reactant and their parts. Okay, so we will write it like ROR. I am writing rate of reaction in short. ROR is directly proportional to concentration of A and raised to power its coefficient like A, and concentration of B raised to power its coefficient B. Okay, now we will remove this proportionality sign. So when we remove the proportionality sign, we use some constant. So here we also use a constant. So ROR is equal to K A raised to power A and concentration of B raised to power B. So it is according to the Loma. Now what is K here? So K is rate constant, and it is also known as the velocity constant, and it is also known as the specific constant, So this K is here also known as rate constant, velocity constant and specific constant. So the value of K will be equal to the ROR in the condition what? K will be equal to rate of reaction exactly when the molar concentration of the reactant is taken as unity. So when it will be equal to the ROR when molar concentration of reactants taken as unity. Okay, so we will keep in mind this. So now we will understand the characteristic of the rate constant K. So the first characteristic is that the value of the rate constant is different from the different chemical reactions. So K is not same for all the reactions, it is different from different reaction. Next point is value of rate constant is constant for particular reaction at constant temperature. When the constant of the reaction is constant, when the temperature of the reaction is constant, then the value of the K for the particular reaction will also be constant. Next, value of K change with change in temperature. So it is quite obvious that rate constant depends upon the temperature. Next, for the reversible reaction, and reversible reaction we know go forward and backward. So for forward reaction we represented by Kf, and for backward reaction we represented by Kb. And next, value of rate constant does not depend upon the initial concentration of the reactant. So at initial concentration there will be no effect on the value of the rate constant. Next, larger the value of the rate constant, faster will be the reaction. So as the value of the rate constant increases, the rate of reaction also increases. So they are proportional to the, it is proportional to the rate of reaction. Okay. So the next topic is order of reaction, and the order of reaction is sum of parts. So we will understand it by taking an example. Suppose it is a reaction A molecules of A plus B molecules of B give rise to C molecules of C. So we know that rate of reaction directly proportional to what? The concentration of A and the concentration of B. But we do not know the parts here, so we will just assume them. So suppose the power of A is P and of B is Q. Okay, so what is P here? Order of reaction with respect to A. So here P is order of reaction with respect to A. And what is Q here? Q is order of reaction with respect to B. Okay, now we want to know the overall order of reaction. So overall order of reaction will be what? It is sum of the parts, so it will be P plus Q. Okay, and it is given by N, so order of reaction is given by N, so N equal to P plus Q, N equal to P plus